The health and safety track record in the mining industry continues to be a matter of great concern. This is despite growing efforts put in place to achieve zero fatalities. As of October, the sector had registered 34 deaths attributed to, amongst others, the gaps in occupational health and safety standards at mines. The hope now lies in the tightening of the current legislation.
The Mine Safety Act has been amended. At this point, the Cabinet has approved and it's gone to Parliament so that Parliament can have public engagement on it and ultimately pass. We're confident that our parliamentary committee is also concerned, is putting the issues of health and safety at the core. Yesterday, when we were doing our annual performance around mine health and safety, those matters came on and they're really rigorous insofar as the oversight is concerned. So we're hopeful that this bill definitely will see being passed in Parliament, and President Ramaphosa will also enact into law.
The fatalities have been attributed to, amongst others, unsafe mining practices, the lack of investments in technology and the championing of profits by mining houses. Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi delivered an address raising concerns over the rise in TB cases, which he says continue to claim lives in the sector. He wants concerted efforts in addressing this.
This has got a very negative effect on the economy of the country, because what you may not know is once a person contracts multi-drug resistant TB, it costs the state close to 800,000 rand per patient just to treat them from the drug resistant TB. That's why private hospitals are shying away from treating TB, because it's not profitable to do so. The biggest killer in the mines is actually TB. In terms of figures and numbers, it kills more mine workers and ex-mine workers, even than accidents.
Engagements at the summit also took the form of panel discussions, with speakers pledging for the recommitment to zero harm.
We must rather expect every leader of mines to have the overall well-being of his and her employees at heart. Then we can make an impactful difference. Only through collaboration with the technology suppliers, the legislator and the industry, we can find suitable solutions, mine-specific, and not utilize a blanket risk mitigating measure across the mining industry.
Workers have pledged for unity as they take a moment to remember departed colleagues. They are also worried about possible retrenchments in the sector and the lack of adequate compensation for those injured while on duty. Many are demanding change amid anger due to 3 miners that remain trapped underground at the Lily mine 8 years later.
We have all these fatalities in the mine industry. Now you go to inquiries, but after those inquiries, nobody is held accountable in terms of going to courts and answer for what had happened. We want to see that happen, and the purpose of the proposed legislature is to do that exactly. And if that is done, I think we will get what we want, because there's no way that our mine workers will die and nobody is held accountable.
The summit has also seen calls for greater efforts in addressing the issue of illegal mining and a push for stricter environmental controls. The delegates are in agreement that one fatality is one too many, with a pledge signed towards collaboration and investments, this in safety. The sector is looking towards Parliament for the passing of the amendments to the Mine Health and Safety Act, a move that they believe will strengthen accountability and lead to zero harm. Katlego Logodi, SABC News in Midrand.